So we all know by now about the huge leak Genki had put out about the Switch 2. They revealed accessories, not only for the Switch 2, but basically just revealed what the Switch 2 itself looks like in a 3D rendered video of the Switch 2 and actual footage of the console in their hands. And it sparked a lot of questions like, how do they have the Switch 2? Why are they doing this? It's such a risky move. And when the news broke out, people at first, thought this was the Switch 2, but then people started to question these leaks a little more and ask themselves, why do they have this console? And how are they so easily nonchalant showing this thing off? People were also questioning how Nintendo have made such a big mistake. Why are they working with a manufacturer who's clearly not trustable in any sense imaginable? But also, days after the leak, everyone was asking why Nintendo have not done something. If they were to take actions, surely Genki would at least, put out a statement about what happened. And they haven't. They've just been nonchalant through the whole process, and the time being ever since they released what looks to be the Switch 2, and people started to ask more questions. One theory that was raised was Genki, this whole thing is fake from them, and they're just trying to hop on that Switch 2 leak bandwagon since this is the prime season for Switch 2 leaks, apparently. They were just wanting to get in on the action. And the other more conspiracy theory around this leak is that Nintendo are actually the one leaking their own console. It's an inside job, it's 3D chess. Sounds crazy, but who knows, maybe. I didn't really see this one being likely though, but a lot of people did and thought this could potentially be Nintendo doing it themselves, and I guess all publicity is good publicity. But I personally think these leaks are real. I think this company and others do have the console from what we're seeing. I think they've got so many things right, and so many different leaks have so much in common, to the point where I don't think this is fake, and I don't think the majority of these leaks are fake. I think they're all real, and we may have confirmed that just a little bit more with this latest story that's just broke. So apparently a French journalist claims that Nintendo sent lawyers to this accessory manufacturer Genki's booth at a esports and gaming event. So they had a booth, they were running it, and apparently Nintendo went up to them in person and had something to say about what they've just done. And at first this just seems a bit crazy. It's coming from one journalist and it just seems a bit over the top and silly. Why would Nintendo go up in person to a gaming event, to Genki's booth, and deal with it that way? But then there is a second claim now coming out that Nintendo have visited the actual Genki manufacturer themselves outside of the public, and they're dealing with this situation privately. But either way, whether you think this story is true or obviously fake, what is apparently real is Genki themselves have claimed that they never signed any papers with Nintendo, no confidentiality papers, no NDA, no agreement at all, and that's why they've put out this Switch leak. So I think the majority of this story could be and probably is fake, and Nintendo haven't took action in public, obviously. Maybe they haven't even been to the manufacturer themselves. However, if the Switch 2 leak is real from Genki, which I earlier explained I think it is, then I think Genki claiming that they have not signed an NDA agreement might have some actual truth to it. I mean, maybe they have signed something, but it seems like maybe they've just found a loophole in the contract. Again, why would they do such a bold move, a stupid move, if they knew it was going to get them in trouble? They probably might have found something in the papers, in the contract, that, they think they can get through. Maybe they technically didn't show off the console or announce it in a specific way, therefore they're not breaking their contract. And I think it's a bit crazy to talk about, but it kind of makes sense. You have this company publicly announcing they have the Switch 2 and showing it off, matching all the other leaks that were published not too long before their leak. So how did they get all these things in common and correct? How does it look so real? But at the same time, if it looks so real, how are they doing this? Surely they have the brains not to do this. They know the reputation that Nintendo carries with them, with suing and the Nintendo ninjas, as the lawyers like to be called. Why would they do such a dumb thing? It actually kind of makes sense now that you think about it, that Genki have done what they've done because they found some sort of loophole in the contract, and they feel like they can get away with this scot-free. But let me know what you think down below in the comments. Do you think this leak is even real in the first place? Do you think Nintendo have been in touch with Genki? And do you think Genki have found some sort of loophole within the agreement with Nintendo to actually find a way to show this device off? And if they haven't, they've gotta be in some sort of trouble, surely. I mean, if they are, I just feel sorry for them.